there was a girl named Jackie Rodriguez. She was 14 at the time. And while they were opening up the St. Pete Test Center, right, the one that John Travolta spoke at and said, I'm really happy to let y'all have this great technology too, right? And like did his little fucking speech. Well, we worked on that every night for months, right? And I was getting transferred to that one because I was tired of working in Ybor with all the schmoes and schmucks and crackheads. Not that the St. Pete one was any better. They were right next door to a cigar shop, a crack hotel, and across the street from every homeless person in St. Pete. But it was like 2 in the morning one night on like a Wednesday, and this girl, Jackie, she was on the second floor, real pretty, real cute girl, but she looked up to me. We were good friends. I always looked out for her. And I was 19 at the time, I think, the year before I finished my staff contract, and she fell through the second story ceiling and fell down, badly injured herself.
This is while it was under renovation?
Yeah. And but they couldn't call the cops, and they couldn't take her to a hospital because she was a 14-year-old. They were breaking child labor laws, and she wasn't a licensed construction worker. She was just there, right? So.
And did they have insurance? I mean, do you have any idea?
I don't have an idea.
Okay.
No, probably not. John Westland was the estates manager. He was overseeing it, and then there was I think like a CMO. I think Brittany Arnold was there. There were some CMO people there overseeing it, but she fell through it, and I was somewhere down on the first floor or something. I didn't hear, but someone came and got me and said Jackie just fell through the roof, and I was like worried because that was my you know, it was my friend, and so they can't take her to a hospital. They can't call anyone. What
was wrong with her? Did she break anything?
No, she was badly bruised.
At this point, no one knows what's wrong with her.
No one knows what's wrong with her.
But they
she
can't call an ambulance.
She can't move. She can't move, right? She's there. She's laid out. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is she wasn't athletic. That fall hurt, right? And so they called Jerry Jarrett's office. I know the guy Rick who owned the Family Life place, but I don't think Rick knew about this. But they called Jerry Jarrett, who was on staff at
So this is Family Life Chiropractic?
Yeah, in downtown Clearwater on Garden Street.
Right.
And Jerry Jarrett was the chiropractor there, and Jerry Jarrett was on staff at Tampa Org. Okay. So they got Jerry Jarrett to open up the clinic. And this was about 35 minutes away from St. Pete.
The chiropractic clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this is about 35 minutes from St. Pete to Clearwater. Say, Nick, can you take her to Jerry Jarrett? He's going to be waiting for her. I said, of course. So I deadlift her off the ground, put her in my my car, and I drive her to Clearwater, carry her, and Jerry starts to check on her, but then he gets a call, and then he goes, okay, you guys got to go. I got to come with me. So I got to he speeds me with this 14-year-old girl into a back room, and then he goes, just wait here. And he closed the blinds, and he goes, don't look. He walks out. I go, what is so important at 2 a.m.? I hate my life at this point. I'm just used to it, right? I just resigned myself to slavery. But I peek out, and John Travolta's out there with 2 Sea Org members who, no celebrity goes anywhere without their president office handlers, right? And I recognized one of the ladies because she used to kiss my ass when I was best friends with Tom Cruise's niece, Jamie Lesavoy. When he kicked Jamie out of the family, she became best friends with me for a couple years, and so the church, the president's office, was always trying to get me to take care of Jamie, you know. So I recognized the chick and some other chick that were there with John Travolta, and so Jerry left this 14-year-old busted up girl who had just been working for 18 hours all day, basically as a victim of breaking child labor laws, to go give John Travolta an adjustment. And I was like, at that point I was looking and I said, I don't care who he is, man. This is a little girl. I get if it's me, I'm a guy, right? Guys can take this shit. This is a 14-year-old little girl. And John Travolta gets his fucking neck adjusted because he wants it, you know?
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And so we sat back there for 20 minutes while she was just whimpering, you know? She had shortness of breath, you know, she had bruised some ribs. I think she cracked a couple ribs. It was shameful to me. But this was the last 8 months of my contract, and I was just trying to concentrate on my breathing until I could get out of there, you know?
Right.
But I was furious. I thought it was so wrong. And she was just, and you know the sad part is when Jackie looked out and saw it was John Travolta, she lit up and was like, oh, that makes sense. Mm. Like, it's like Stockholm Syndrome. Like, people are willing to be nothing.
No, I mean, the celebrity, I think the world at large knows that there's a big celebrity worship aspect in Scientology, but, you know, from the viewpoint of, let's say, a public Scientologist who's active in the church, the reason they hold these celebrities up on such a high pedestal is because they think that those celebrities, simply by virtue of being a Scientologist, are helping to safe point or to create a good impression for Scientology throughout the entire world. So by simply being John Travolta, by him just being himself, he is helping make a safe world for Scientology. You know, it's like they're disseminating even when they're not disseminating. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. So everyone reveres them as gods, right? And same with Tom Cruise. So anyway, those are just a few highlights. I mean, I could tell you every day on staff was a new headache, right?
Right.